Welcome, everybody, to Kicking with the Compa. It's just one. Welcome to the Midday Random Monday show. We've been doing shows every day but the days we promised to do them. Hi, everybody. I'm Sammy Gonzalez, a.k.a. The Mexcellence. Welcome to the show. And joining me on this midday surprise show to celebrate the second trailer of Wakanda Forever. Joining me, we have the man from Wakanda himself.
It's King Ruler Elijah Bell.
Who?
Elijah, man.
Oh, is that what you said in Wakanda? Elijah?
Elijah.
Oh.
Yeah. No,
But my name is Sam. I am from Wakanda.
I am from Wakanda.
Apparently, my Wakandan accent almost insulted Corey and Martin, but then they realized it was actually kind of good.
Yeah.
Because it's just because I have a Nigerian friend. He's actually a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Oh my god! Like we're associates at this point now. Yeah. But I knew the guy, Chinedu. His name's Chinedu. He's a stand-up comic, and he's Nigerian. And he had this bit where he talked about how his Nigerian dad wouldn't let him eat cereals or open multiple boxes of cereals, and
Really?
he had to share with his talking about the stories from back home, how he can't open all the cereal because he was like, back in Africa, me and my 7 brothers, we did not have Apple Jacks. We had to jack apples. And he goes, we did not have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We only had one piece of toast to crunch on. Check out Chinedu. He's really great.
That's actually a really good. I love that. That's a really good joke.
That's one of his earlier ones, but that Nigerian accent I've picked up from that bit. It's not like I know tons of people like that, but it's just like a certain inflection, right?
He sounds like Godfrey.
Yeah.
Because Godfrey would do a lot of jokes like that. He's like, son, back in my day, we didn't have feet. We had to crawl to school. It's like,
That's right. Yeah. I remember that bit too. But anyway, we're talking about Wakanda Forever. And Wakanda Forever, as I mentioned on your show that we did briefly before, it's pitting the Mexicans against the black folk.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a couple things I pulled right from the get-go when they announced it, which is like Namor is going to be of Hispanic heritage. He's going to be played by Teno Huerta, who's Mexican. And then I was like, oh, shit. It's gonna be black folk against the Mexicans, against Mexicans.
And the Mexicans are cheating because they realize that black people are weakness is water.
Well, that was another one. Okay, so I didn't make that joke, nor did any one of us make that joke.
Right.
But it existed in the world that black people can't get in the water. And then the other joke I made right away when I first heard about this was that of course the Mexicans were wetbacks. Yeah. And so and those were hacky. It was a hacky joke that I made super early, and then someone did it on TikTok and it got 1 billion views, and I'm like, guys, you could have done it. I could have done it. Be better. You don't have to be that.
It's a slippery slope because people, depending on how you deliver a joke or how you say it, people will be like, "Oh, this is bad." Or,
now, the only inflection that was a little better was because of the trailer. He goes, "The first thing you literally see is his wet back." I was like, "Damn it! That's a little tag that makes it a little better."
Yeah.
And I can't. I mean, I'm not gonna fuck with somebody's success, but you could be a little better. The point is, now we've got even more footage of Wakanda Forever, and the first trailer brought everyone to tears. Everyone was crying. No woman, no cry. Everyone cried.
Everybody was literally crying.
Everyone cried.
Because it hurts even more when you see his mural, his face.
Oh yeah,
in the movie.
I mean, not even just like the helmet.
Yeah.
Because like
that's the old school helmet too.
That's the old school helmet. That's I want to say that's Civil War era helmet because it doesn't have the pink thing. Keychain Marvel's Race War. Also, I have to allow that. You can't say Race War in my chat apparently.
No, really?
There's a mod that's doing that. But no, let's see. They just probably need to cast carefully about some other stuff. So they're saying in the chat right there. Phase 6 is going to be full of surprise announcements. Deadpool, Wolverine out of nowhere. I'm sure we'll get Spidey 4 soon. Oof. I think that's too soon for Spidey 4. But
I feel like I don't know what the deal they have with Sony right now. I would like to see a Spider-Man 4. I just want them to make sure it's well written and not as convoluted as the last movie. As we all like the last movie, it would still Easter egg hunt the movie.
Exactly. So. I mean, I actually fell asleep watching it the first time because I'd watched it after like 12 hours of travel. So I missed full chunks of No Way Home. Yeah. And then I watched it again. I was like, oh, that's pretty fun. Okay, I'm ready for the next one. Like Tom Holland, that was a fun little bit. Let's go ahead and watch Tom Holland be Spider-Man finally, for the love of God, please. Yeah. And we'll see what that happens. But time about Wakanda Forever.
Oh yeah.
And say what you will about Ms. Marvel or Moon Knight or Shulk or any of the TV shows, people are like, Loki, okay, we'll do that. But this, Thor, Ragnarok, Thor, Love and Thunder. Some people are getting. I actually got more cold on it the further away I get from it.
I don't care to rewatch it again.
That's the problem. It was on Disney Plus, and I was like, do I want to watch this again? And I was like,
not really.
Not particularly.
There's nothing really in the movie that captivated me to rewatch it.
Right. It might be a good background TV movie if I'm cleaning dishes and doing other errands, but otherwise I had no compulsion to rewatch it. But Wakanda Forever, it's been played with reshoots. People wondering if Shuri's going to get vaccinated. She has a whole big thing about it. She almost dropped the bag, and so we don't know what's going on. We don't know if it's a terrible movie. We don't know if it's a big movie. Tenoch Huerta had a homophobia thing on his Twitter. So the problem was, and what was the truth, was he made a homophobic joke in Spanish, but it wasn't a homophobic joke. He was like, essentially the tone of it was like, oh yeah, I totally don't support gay people and trans people. And like he went off the list of people he didn't support, but he was being like sarcastic.
Yeah.
But it didn't translate in Spanish. Like, because he was saying it in Spanish. So when you converted it over, it was in support of. But if you translate it directly or don't understand the language, it got lost in translation. And I checked because I was like, I'm not trying to support this guy if he's doing all that craziness. And it was just mistranslation.
Because you could tell.
And Disney wouldn't have done that if they would have checked his tweets. You know?
Yeah.
They would have murdered him before they even announced it. So.
That'd have been bad. But anyway, what the crazy thing about Disney is that they have so many celebrities at this point, and everybody has their own beliefs, backgrounds, and what they want to do. Like, I think Chris Pratt at one point was under fire. And it just.
Well, Chris Pratt's like, why does everyone think I'm mean? It's because we hear you're mean, dog. And you say weird things about your first child.
Yeah.
But. Sure, he needs to get vaccinated. If it's going to stop production, that's the problem. It's one thing if it's like, that's my own decision, whatever. But people keep getting sick. So that's why it got delayed super forever. So take care of your business. We're pro-vax here at the Excellence. But fuck it. Let's watch the trailer. For those of you watching live, we'll watch the trailer for Wakanda Forever. That way I can get one more look at it. And for everybody watching the post, it's going to be a quick transition so we don't get copyright stricken.
Yes.
Let's watch the trailer, Elijah. For Wakanda Forever, trailer 2.
Oh my God, Marvel logo, 10 out of 10 movie.
Tickets on sale now.
Yeah, to Joaquin's point, yeah, I hope they don't make jokes either, because it really is going to be a very powerful, dramatic, depressing probably the first 10, 15 minutes of the movie is going to be like
Elijah, what are you talking about? They're gonna look at Namor. Where's Namor? Where is Namor's sweet flying self? Because honestly, like they're not I know the rotation of hummingbirds.
Yeah,
they're not hummingbird things. But Shuri in the middle of the movie is going to be like, "What are those?
Oh no, dude! Oh my goodness!
What are those? You get it from the internet and from the first one?
Yeah, memes.
What are those?
It'd be worse if they made a Red Bull joke, like, oh, he gave him wings.
Oh my God.
He's powered by Red Bull.
Jeez, if Red Bull decided to sponsor Wakanda Forever, that'd be the stupidest thing, but I'd love it. Please, no. It looks like he glued golden snitches to his ankles.
Oh my God, that's a very right there.
And the game begins.
The only person that can beat Namor is Harry Potter at this point.
With the Nimbus 2000.
It's him and Doctor Strange on a broomstick. Just trying to capture Namor.
But let's take a look at some of this trailer because, we obviously gave our first reaction on his show, so be sure to go to the TikTok, I should say.
Go to the mountain scene where the ships are going through the mountains.
The ships are going through the mountains.
Yes.
Wait, are you talking about these ones?
Yes. So at first, based off what they're doing, right? I can already tell you second time watching it what it's kind of looking like. So it looks like they get jumped by the Atlanteans in this first beginning scene, maybe during the funeral, maybe after the funeral, who knows? And because everybody's losing and the city got flooded, they probably had to retreat and escort people on these ships to the mountain areas where the Jabari live. Because it looks like when they're having that meeting with all these people together, it looks like M'Baku is kind of just saying like, hey, they call him Kotal Khan. I'm saying Kotal Khan. He looks like Kotal Khan from Mortal Kombat. And so I'm assuming this is them licking their wounds after that happens. They're trying to make sure everybody is refugeed over to the mountains where the water may or may not be able to reach some of that up that
That
high.
makes sense. Yeah.
And so from there, they'll probably have to figure out okay, how do we beat or stop this guy, we have to go to maybe the United Nations to ask for assistance, but maybe they want something in return, like, hey, well, we're not going to help you out with this battle unless you give us all the vibranium. It's like, we're not going to just hand over our resources. We just need to ask your help.
Well, no, because see, like this thing right here, because you see like American military going in trying to steal from this little platform where it has all the Wakandan scientists who now are revealed, at least one of them is revealed as like Dora Milaje. So then you have that, and then you have also Atlanteans running through, so you're gonna have 3 different fights. You're gonna probably have a misunderstanding potentially, where you have the United World American humans fighting the Wakandans trying to steal the vibranium, and then you have these guys saying, "Hey, stop messing with our oceans with your oil rigs, you fuckers." And so
I hope it's not as simple as oil, though.
I don't think it should be on the nose. I think it'll be, but the idea is that Namor only fucks with people if they fuck with him, and so sometimes it can be ecological. Sometimes it's like, oh, you're doing this makes us be known, and we don't want to be known. Leave us alone.
And there's probably like a build up of certain things, so I can see how, like, all right, he probably had an issue with aliens coming down at one point, robots dropping continents out of the sky, people being snapped away.
Right.
You literally had a celestial pop out of the water.
No shit. So it's like, hey, my domain.
It's like literally y'all are messing up all the ocean. What is going on? Like, do I have to come in here and be like, all right, everybody time out. I'm going to take over all of the land to make sure y'all chill the hell out. So,
and then he does a crazy shit like this. Where he's like, spitting. Not a spear in the window. I'm trying to hurt the Queen of Wakanda, allegedly. So like they're making him look like an asshole, and they're making him look vicious. There, I think he's in the front right there, yeah. And they move like mermaids, is just kind of neat.
No, that's dope.
And then the fact that he's like in her face, it's like fuck. I don't want him to be the bad guy.
I don't think he necessarily is gonna just kill just to kill. I think he more so.
Well, that's never been his thing. Yeah. That's never been his thing. Namor doesn't just do things just to do them. He's got a little more sense than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rubbed his muddy shoes on Carly Murphy's couch. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Look at. No, but the fact that he's like like she's like looking through him, and he's just like, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm the captain now. Like that's so fucking intense. And I'm like, bro, back the fuck up. Do you know who that is? It's Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Back off. I'm on your side. Back off, Angela Bassett.
So
she lost her husband and her son in like 4 years.
Yeah.
If that. I don't even know how long.
She really is going through a lot as a character.
That's going to be a great character.
And I'm hoping to see if she can really break down her emotions as far as like her traumatic experiences with going through all this. And she'll probably be the main one that has to delegate with the other nations as far as what's going on in their country. So I'm, as a political figure, I'm curious to see how that's going to affect her. Rakeem in the chat says, I wonder if Dr. Doom is responsible for all this. I think it might be a little bit too early.
That's the thing with these type of guesses of like, it could be Dr. Doom. They don't even have the Fantastic Four casted.
We don't have Mr. Kang. We don't have Kang yet.
Yeah, we barely have Kang, and they wouldn't introduce Dr. Doom, I don't think.
And Kang at the same time, I feel like we're doing a little bit too much, because both can be huge Avenger level threat characters.
Right. But what they could be doing is they could be splitting off 2 versions of the style of fighting. So you have your quantum people, and then you have your above ground American Earth people.
Yeah.
And then you have your galactic people with like the scrolls and all that stuff, and that's like Nick Fury and
maybe the Guardians, probably.
The Marvels and the Guardians and stuff like that.
And we have whatever the hell Doctor Strange.
Because you have Secret War. Secret War is a TV series?
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion
will be a TV series.
The TV series Secret War is going to be like a 2-movie event.
Have we? So
because it's Kang Dynasty and then Secret War.
Is Secret Wars confirmed?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
that's going to be a packed.
And then you got Riri in the streets chasing with Okoye, and then I don't know. That could be anybody.
Just from that design look, it's something nostalgic about seeing the old school bulky Iron Man Gundam looking suits. I like it.
I know it's all CG. People thought I was crazy when I mentioned it during Infinity War. Tony Stark looked terrible for the last like 5 movies he was in. He looked like a floating head on a CG body. And there was nothing you could do to convince me otherwise, because I watched that first movie in 2008 and he was in the suit and it looked like a person. The scale was right. The motion was right. And like you'd watch Infinity War and he's walking in space and his jostling
Yeah.
a little bit. And like I even had Corey from Double Toasted was like, it looks fine. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. I didn't say that, but
No, because I
didn't.
I still think the Mark 7 from the first Avengers movie is one of my favorite looking Iron Man suits. I think you can maybe say now even in the second Avengers movie, that's when it started looking pretty darn ugly. I think Iron Man, first Avengers, and then Iron Man 3 are probably the last couple times the suits really look good, like actual metal.
Right.
You know, where it gets worn, it gets cut, it gets damaged. The paint, gets peeled off, things like that. But I just love the way the suit looks. How it's almost like a miniature mech.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Looks closer to a Voltron than a guy in a suit or a woman in a suit.
Hey, she's the Red Ranger. You just got to call on that.
That's the thing. And then you got this guy. I forget this guy's name in the movie, but he seems more villainous than anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the guy that I guess he's like a rival to Namor, and he's like, he wants the throne.
Okay.
So I think this guy might be a saboteur of sorts, even though he's going to be fighting people. Then you got Nakia doing God knows what.
I mean, I wonder how her story is going to go from the standpoint of you lost your partner. I guess who was.
There's rumors that this kid right here is T'Challa's son. There's rumors. That's not confirmed by any means.
We can't just pick some random black kid and be like, that's T'Challa's son. Like,
but you also can't have just some random black kid being saved literally by Okoye. She's right there.
Okoye is just going to help out the people.
Right, but why would they keep showing this? Is the second time they show this kid. I think there's going to be a time jump.
I'm not too sure because I think Okoye's main job is to protect the royal family at this point, the king and the royal family. So I'm surprised she's not around where the queen is or Shuri.
Well, but then her job might be to protect the royal prince. That's my estimation.
Which could be a possibility.
Right. And then you got Namor with his...
He's like, for anybody who's seen One Piece, he's like Sanji from One Piece who can skywalk.
I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
Animation.
Don't know the anime shit. But like the Wakandan ships even look kind of weird. They usually don't have like... they look galactic. They usually don't have feathers. They're more sleek, right? Wakandan ships?
The ships? No, they've always been like that. They've always kind of fluttered.
They have like little wings or like little like spears?
Well, actually, no. They don't flutter. I'm sorry. No, they just kind of hang back like a beetle's. Right. Not like a beetle's wings, like a beetle's
like that's a Wakandan ship.
Yeah.
More futuristic. But those other things right there, those don't look Wakandan.
Yeah, they were in the last movie.
They were in the last movie? Mm-hmm. Okay. Like the sentries, I guess. Then you got Riri just building. Like I said, I think she might be from Oakland, from the outreach program. That would make a ton of sense.
That would make a ton of sense.
I think that'd be cool. It's like, yeah, we'll give you everything you need. But like, it looks like she's like kind of like auto parts. It's like not even like
building a
super futuristic Wakandan stuff like nanobots or whatever that Shuri had at any given
point. I'm sure we'll get back there. It is nice to see somebody who's being a little bit more real, kind of almost realistic, mechanical in a way, so that we don't have a bunch of. It's gonna be CG, but it's gonna fool us into thinking like, oh, she really built this with a bunch of parts and scraps.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to think like those ships there. They just look a little different. And I don't know what they're hauling, but they're hauling something. Where do you think they're at? It looks like they're on a ship, but it's like daytime.
Yeah.
Like a hangar or something like that. And then I don't know what the hell's going on here. I haven't pieced together what this is.
Yeah, water is on fire, and I'm just not too sure what's happening.
In like a throne room. Well, I guess maybe they're like, that's the initiation. You know how they dug them in the sand, and then they put
in the flower, but like
flower.
All the flowers were burned, though.
Right.
That's the problem. And so like I'm not too sure if... So this can be...
It might just be suit based. She might not have superpowers.
It might just be suit based, but that would kind of nerf her a little bit because the suit can't be powered up that much because it's a skin tight suit.
Right.
It's not bulky like the Iron Man suit was.
Right. But like, well, I guess does the suit enhance what the person already has? Because he already had light speed reflexes and strength. Like he's had super soldier serum essentially, peak human physical condition, and then the suit helped him be kind of more impervious. So does she have just like sweet training, or
I don't think the suit is made so the suit was made to be like a fabric, right? So the suit's made to be like a fabric and be around their skin. Yes, she has some metal pieces popping out for maybe a little bit more armor protection, but the suit itself. So you know how in the Iron Man suit, it has pistons, it has gears, it has wheels to help increase strength
until it became a nano suit.
Because it has torque. It has torque to the suit, and so when it comes to the vibranium suits, they're just a mesh, right? So I don't think it's going to be any kind of enhanced strength for her. Now she figures out, and I don't want them to do this, but she figures out her own way to make a Wakandan version of the super soldier serum. Then by all means, she'll probably just find a way to make herself super but I would hate that writing.
Right. And they were saying that on the end of the last movie, there was one more flower. That's what they're saying. There's one flower at the end of the movie. It's leading to Shuri making more.
You know what? So in the movie when they found him in the
Atuma,
snow,
by the way, is the evil bad guy.
Atuma?
Atuma. He's a guy who wants the Atlantean throne.
Yeah, he is blue. I wonder why.
In the comics.
Yeah.
So it's like Atuma's like, hey, give that to me, and Namor's like, no, it's my throne. And then they scrap a bunch. So right now, looks like he's on the side of Namor. Hopefully Namor is like, wait a minute, I've been bamboozled. This guy bamboozled me because he wanted to start beef with the Wakandans, get Namor killed, and then assume the throne.
So do we know why T'Challa's confirmed to be dead in this movie yet?
The rumor, honestly, I think they're writing it away as the sickness. He got a sickness and just died.
Yeah,
nothing happened.
So
he just got sick.
It's a classic way to kind of do it.
I mean, if they did the fucking plot from Winter Soldier, like they planned on doing. No, I'm sorry, not Winter Soldier. Captain Falcon. God damn it, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
The TV show.
Yeah.
You know that they removed a whole subplot
with a
virus
illnesses and viruses. Yeah.
I mean, that could have been how T'Challa goes. Now I don't know how far back. He'd already passed away by then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could have been like, that was their plan. Then COVID is real, and then it's like awful. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that could have had to be shifted over the course of this time, and then they ended up with a bunch of characters. Only a couple we kind of care about, and then we got to learn about love Riri. We got to learn to love Nakia again because she's doing God knows what. We got to learn how to love Namor because Namor's not going anywhere. For a long time. So like, I wonder if it's too many things going on.
So I wonder. So what's the rival's name again?
Atuma.
I keep calling him Akuma.
Okay, that's fine.
Atuma.
There he is.
I wonder if they're doing that plot line of he's maybe the king's right-hand man.
Right.
He was on extend the throne, but he also has his ear in his council, and he's kind of feeding him misinformation to make him go against the Wakandans.
Right, because he's got Legos and toys and stuff already, in the plans, right? Like, so it's like he's going to play a big role. He's got a T-shirt. You saw that design that's on a T-shirt.
And I hope the plot line's not going to be that simple. I'm tired of due to misinformation, two kingdoms fight or two oppositions fight because somebody's being manipulated for a whole different agenda just for the sake of I want to rule.
Right. And that's the thing. I don't even think that Namor's like, I want to rule. I think he just wants to rule in peace. And like, that's the thing about it. Like, I'm learning about Namor. I learned about Namor is that he's just like for his people, and he don't give, like, Wakandans were for a long time, but it might be like to a fault at a certain point, and
that's one of those things of everything bad happening to Atlantis over the course of 2008 to now. Anything worldwide threat wise, it had nothing to do with them, like whatsoever. Like everything, it's almost like you live. It's like you live in a bad neighborhood and like you don't do anything wrong, but there's like violence going on left and right. You're trying to like mind your own business,
right?
Like that's a bad analogy. Or like, hey, let's say there's a war going on, but you're a neutral country that's stuck in the middle, but you just happen to be around, and two sides are fighting. You're caught in a crossfire,
right? And she's looking at him like, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
She looks so young. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's
so
not
beautiful.
Fair. Also, your comment about the car flip, everything.
She is literally, bro. I'm telling you, she has Carfu with the spear. It's literally in the last movie. She was, bro. You're telling me,
and also she's power sliding a fucking Mustang.
Right? What a
Mustang shit's heavy as fuck. Why is she doing that?
What a spear! That's her go-to move, man. Don't listen, man. We got Daredevil in the hallway, and we got a Koye with a spear in a car. Not even using the
Daredevil's acrobating and stuff, and she's just in a car getting people vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah, she's not even using the wheel or the gear shift. She's like, I got spear.
She's using a rudder with her spear. Like, how are you driving a car like this? Don't worry about it.
Tokyo drifting with vibranium. Let's go.
Don't worry about it.
No NOS needed. Just keep using the spear.
And then Namor's doing well. First of all, she's sad that she finds out her brother's sad.
Yeah,
oh, big sad. And then he's fucking up something. That's an intense ass dude right there.
I am curious to see what the metal for his trident. I guess is it trident or spear?
That's a spear.
They didn't go for trident, which they did go for trident.
Nah, that's too close to Aquaman. That's why they did all this, because they didn't want another Aquaman.
They could have done a bident instead.
A Biden?
I think a bident.
Bident.
Or is it a bident chat? Because I know there's a two-pronged trident.
I don't know if it's called Bident. I think, but
bi stands for two,
right?
And tri stands for three.
But I don't think. I guess it works. Yeah.
I know my stuff. Look at that.
I mean, it makes sense.
I play video games.
Word wise, Hades Bident Assassin's
Creed. They could have won with a. Actually, so there's scroll up. Mm-hmm. There's a picture. So the one go to the right, to the right, to the right. That one, like that would be a cool design for a Bident like weapon for Namor if they decide to do something like that. Because I remember Aquaman, he had a 5-pronged spear at one point, or a 5-pronged trident at one point, and then.
But it looks like he has like a paddle, and then a spear on the tip.
It's a blunt. Yes, it's a blunt end on the bottom, and it's a spear tip at the top, which pretty cool design. I mean, hey.
I'm gonna have one. Just for my house, just to protect myself. And then M'Baku looks like they're gonna like power him up because he's just doing whatever he wants. He's just fighting everybody.
Oh, dude, he's just pure brute force and just rage. I love it. No, he's gonna go out there, be the big heavy hitter that he's always gonna be. No superpowers needed.
Yeah, and that's definitely sure because of the dots on the head. Mm-hmm. That's how she had her war makeup in the first one. So
I'm assuming for her she will be more range attack based sonic abilities because she was using that a lot with her gauntlets.
Right.
I can't see
where she's at.
Wait, hold on. Slowly pan up to her hands if you can. So do we see?
Nope, just claws. And she has like a little band of missiles. It looks like maybe, or gauntlet even.
There might be the sonic blaster she uses in the show or in the movie.
The other one where her little two panther hands. They didn't sell those, did they? Or did they? Hold on, let me see if I can find Panther Blaster toys. Panther Blaster toys.
We don't see your boy.
Which boy?
Who was Ross, right?
Oh, Martin Sheen?
Martin Sheen, yeah.
No, it's not Martin Sheen.
No, I don't know Martin Sheen.
It's General. We're not. No, General Ross is Martin Freeman.
Yeah.
Who does he play?
I'm talking about short dude.
Talking about Martin Freeman. Yeah, Martin Freeman. What is his character name?
I can't remember.
Martin Freeman, Wakanda Forever. What is his name?
Oh yeah, R.I.P. to Shad Gaspar.
Everett Ross. So it was Ross.
Yeah, it was Ross. It's confusing to have two Ross named characters in the MCU.
Oh, that's right. Shad Gaspar was the stuntman. Oh, big sad.
Unfortunately.
But any final thoughts on this one, man?
That's really about it for the most part. I think we kind of covered everything. I have a good idea watching it a second time where the plot's going to kind of go. I'm hoping again that we don't get the Marvel comedy hour we've been getting for a super long time.
What are those? What are they?
I don't. If they.
What's the newest TikTok trend you can think of off the top of your head? I just made the switch. Click, click.
That was super old.
Okay, fine. That's the point, though.
Yeah.
It had to have been popular at the time they shot this.
Oh my goodness.
So
I couldn't even think of it. There's been so many.
It's corn,
dude. Okay, literally, I will walk out the theater immediately if somebody's like, "It's corn." Like, what do we have to eat, refugees in Wakanda? It's corn.
No, the stinger is just a bunch of Mexicans eating elotes.
Just eating corn.
It's corn, and then cut to black. No. Namor will return everywhere. In
the water.
In Daredevil, Born Again, or whatever it's called.
And Fantastic Four and Man in the Water. I don't know.
I want to see this movie. That's all.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, is it going to be bad? Is it going to be worse? I'm interested. I am interested as fuck. And this guy helps because Jesus Christ. I saw 3 minutes of Tenochtitlan in fucking Eternals.
Yeah.
And I almost cried. And this is going to be a dude who has a shark throne and a fucking leopard head mask. And it's like, yes, I want this.
No, it's going to be.
And
that was bigger than a shark.
Oh, it's a megalodon, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, it's whatever. But, like, that is so cool. And he's got a gold headdress, and it's flowing in the feathers. And he's got a gold spear that's so tight.
Kotal Khan, I love it.
It's not, I mean, just because they're Aztec doesn't mean Kotal Khan. Well, that's the thing. Nobody still knows what it's based off of because they said the feathered serpent, which is traditionally Aztec, but then they're saying that it's Mayan because the Mayan glyphs that he's doing at the beginning are more Mayan because they're more rounded. Like, yeah, those look like more Mayan glyphs, especially this type of face. So who knows? I think they're just stealing from all of them. It's a fictional place.
Sure, exactly.
So we'll figure out what they say.
I do want to say, though, that
but he is Mexican.
Yeah, I hope they pay respects appropriately to Chadwick Boseman in the movie, which I know they will. I'm not hoping
that's
for
the first 20 minutes for sure.
Of course, but I want them to do it with. I don't want a single joke the entire time that funeral is going on. And if I'll knock this whole movie down a point if they try to crack in a stupid joke like that. I'm curious to see how this is going to impact the whole entire Marvel world. Another big thing for me is villain motivation, because again, we can all agree that in Thor: Love and Thunder, I know. Listen, we're always going to have the family issue. I lost somebody. I lost my sibling. Lost my significant other. I lost my spouse. Whatever. Right. Now, this one, if we're going the direction that, hey, Namor is upset because organically over the course of the history of the MCU, his people are being impacted. This is hurting his citizens or his city or whatever. That is a simple motivation to be like, hey, I have an issue with the surface world, but the reason to target Wakanda, I don't want to be like, oh, he got manipulated into targeting Wakanda, like they're the problem. There needs to be like a legitimate, this makes sense for either a resource standpoint or they retaliate against us in a specific way that Wakanda had to help improve their situation. Who knows what it'd be? I'm just kind of taking guesses, but I just don't want silly villain motivation at the end of the day.
Kukulkan is a Mesoamerican serpent deity that worshipped by the Yucatan. It is Mayan. Why did they fucking go Mayan? That's so annoying. It's southern Mexico and more Central America. When there's like make it Mexican. Stop. Like I don't. It pisses me off. There's like 17 Mayan people. Yeah. Doesn't matter. There's like 1 billion Aztecs. It's very specific.
Yeah.
Mexico's more northern Central America, and then the Maya are the southern part of Mexico, and then the rest of that's in South America, or not up until you get to like South America. That's the cutoff for the most part. Okay. But like, why would you do Mayan? That to me, it's just a small gripe, and I'm like, I'm still happy about it, of course, because it's still my people. Yeah. But like, make it Quetzalcoatl. Everyone knows, and more people know that than anybody. But I don't know. It's like people know Thor. Quetzalcoatl is the big serpent god. Same concept. Yeah. Feathered serpent god. But now it's like, nah. See, it's still called Quetzalcoatl among the Aztecs. It's the same one. Yeah. But they couldn't call him that. They wanted to call him something Mayan. I don't know why they decided that. I don't know what focus group did that. Because there's more Mexicans than anybody in that area.
I'm sure they have the reasons for. I don't know if they have groups that they survey to make sure, like, hey, this is
it is all about us all the time. God damn it. It is all about us all the time. There's like 7 Salvadorians. Yep. There's like 3 Ecuadorians. There's like 4. I don't know. Let me look at Central America. I forgot all of them. Central America, Maya. I'm just gonna look up that, like the map, right? The Maya civilization, because it's once again still part of Mexico. So like, see, like my family and my history is all there, right? In northern Mexico, like that's where my family's from. I know that because of science. And then like you have all these, so like Maya's up in this area right here. That's where you get all the fun stuff. There's Zapotec right there. But then if you look at the countries, let's see if they have them. Yeah, Belize. There's like 3 Belizeans.
Oh, okay.
There's like 5 Guatemalans. There's like 2 Salvadorians. There's a couple Hondurans. And then there's southern Mexico, which is like the part of Mexico that just my family doesn't exist from. Yeah. Okay. So mine are still Mexicans. I know they are, but they're not me. Well, but that's why they did it, though. But you see why they did it? So they could have everybody included. As opposed to just Mexicans. Yeah. Because Disney needs to get everybody's money, not just Mexicans' money.
I mean, I think I don't know how much that they contribute to the overall worldwide box office. Hopefully, I mean, they love the movie.
Oh no, it's culturally. It's just more so. It's more so. It's like they made that decision right here, and now I'm just thinking about it right now. They made that decision so that they could do the same thing that they did with Wakanda, which is Pan-African. Yeah. So it's like every African country, it's not just one, right? So this is Pan Central American, because Mayan technically is Belizean, Guatemalan, part of Honduras, part of El Salvador, part of Mexico, and what's this last one? These last ones over here? Panama and Costa Rica, Nicaragua. So yeah, it's like the Maya Empire went all the way to Nicaragua. So sorry, Costa Ricans and Panamanians. You don't get to be a part of this. I'm just kidding. But that, was it? You from the widest part of I'm from the Central Valley, you fuck. I call my fans fucks. Central Valley is the most Hispanic part other than LA, for Christ's sakes, and that's just by population. Yeah. We literally, all of it is just farm workers, migrant farm workers. Also, if you get fruit, one of your fruits is from Fresno or Clovis or Stockton or one of the Central Valley places where I'm from. So check your produce. I know what I'm talking about. You need to know what you're talking about. God damn it. Are you from Fresno? Clovis is the whitest. That's right. That's the neighboring city. Okay. No, where are you from, Ricard? Where are you from, S.A.? Shit. You want a set trip? I already set tripping against Wakandans. Fuck Wakanda. Atlantis. Talocan. Whatever it's called. I'm down with the set. fuck Wakanda, all about Namor and our winged king. And look at that, floating. Look at it. He even made the sun be like, I'm gonna set it up right here and have the sun beam right down Main Street.
It's probably some pretty rock.
Look at that.
It's probably that like the Disney Atlantis where they have the giant glowing rock in the sky.
Exactly. Look at the feathered cap. I'm from El Salvador. Oh, that's why. Because you're from El Salvador and nobody likes El Salvador. No, you actually want to know what's funny? And he'll attribute to this because he's already admitted it in the chat, which was, this is why Central American people hate Mexicans, because it's all about y'all all the time. The reason why he said that is because literally, statistically, in any big group of Mexicans, there's like one Salvadorian and everyone calls him a Mexican. Yeah. And he gets mad. He goes, no, I'm from El Salvador. We had it literally on our floor, in our Chicano floor in college. Oh. We had a group of Mexicans, a couple other ones, and then one Salvadorian. He's like, pupusas are good. And we're like, shut up. You be quiet. And then everyone's like, oh, so you're on the Mexican floor. And they're like, I'm not Mexican. I'm El Salvadorian. Stop calling me Mexican. All Salvadorians are like that. They always have to fight that uphill battle. So it's very fun to be like, you're Mexican. It's fine. Let's see if he admits it. Sammy Ricardo and my girl, see, Goliath's girl's also El Salvadorian. Because I mentioned Goliath's girl's going to be like, but pupusas are good. And it's like, what is
a pupusa?
Pupusa is a El Salvadorian food. Let me see if I can find it. It's like a dough filled with meat. They're actually pretty good.
Oh, Loki.
I don't like cheese, but it's meat and cheese in this soft, kind of spongy, delicious.
If you put some pepper jack in there, I'll eat it.
I mean, I don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
But people love them, and they're pretty good. But it's just like, that's always what they bring up, because that's explicitly their contribution to the thick. See, they call it a thick griddle cake.
A thick griddle cake.
Yeah, you and your thick griddle cakes could get the fuck out of here. Lab, see? Accurate. See? I told you. Mexicans, astronomy, irrigation, modern farming, fucking pyramids that lasted thousands and thousands of years. Tamales, menudo, pozole, every dish you find enjoyable in Mexican culture.
I've not had any of those.
Even though we got a lot of them from the Middle East. So the fuck what? And then they're over here like, we got pupusas. Enjoy our one treat, please. We're important.
So Goliath Ricardo,
Rakeem looks good. It is good. They're good. That's fine.
So Goliath Ricardo, there's a reason why I'm staying quiet. Is because I'm from Indiana and all we have is Tex-Mex. So all that shit y'all are naming.
And Tex-Mex sucks.
I like it. No.
That's because you don't have any Mexican food.
No.
Damn it. You're going to come back when I'm gone. I should have got you some, there's no good Mexican food here. There's closer Mexican food here. Yeah. And you'd like that because you like spices.
Yeah. I like to try everything.
Of course
I'll try anything.
There's it. Mexicans, cartels, Salvadorians, mini cartels. See?
Mini cartels.
See?
What is a mini cartel?
I don't know.
What is a mini cartel?
It's some guys on some motorbikes stealing women's purses with Uzis, like in the movies. Here, give me your purse. I need to buy more pupusas. And then you don't say papusas. They say pupusas.
Is it papusas?
It's papusas.
Poo-poo.
You have to say it like a erotic novel. Papusas.
The poo-poo platter. All right.
Okay, well, we got to get going because you got to get packed.
Yes.
So... thank you for watching this special super secret episode. By the way, if you've been watching our show or didn't catch our Saturday stream, we did like 7 different shows on our live stream, and then we're also on Audible, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Anchor is what I meant to say.
iHeartRadio.
On YouTube, iHeartRadio. So go watch reviews of The Bear. She-Hulk up until this point, Andor, a little bit of Edge Runner from that. What was the other ones that we did? Golden Army with dragons,
Lord of the Rings, and Game of Thrones.
And we only did a little bit of Lord of the Rings, but Game of Thrones, and then also Atlanta 1 through 3, 1 through 4, 1 through 3, 1 through 4, whatever. Yeah. They're all coming out in due time. So go back and watch those. Those are already up, and Tommy is on them, I'm on them, and he's on them. Of course, is Elijah. Elijah, where can they find you, man?
They can find me at Back to the Topic Podcast on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and most importantly, TikTok. Go check us out.
Yes, and we're going to put this up right away on our YouTube. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere you can find podcasts. Be sure to follow us and donate when you can. Helps the Excellence, helps me in particular, and helps me buy food for him when I can't pay him real money. But until then, time for you all to get on out of here. We'll see you tomorrow with the Commitment to Excellence Sports Show. You don't have to like sports to like the show.
Nope.
Patrick Gertz, Taylor Mananza, TJ, Kung Fu TJ, if you will. Tommy McGrew, and starring Marcos Lira as the host. But until then, everybody say bye to Elijah. And they will say bye to me. Welcome, everybody.